Rook B1, he
Wait,
blundered
Rook
a
B1!
piece!
Oh my goodness!
And knight D7, Rook takes B8 and Rook D8!
Oh my
no
gosh,
way,
Maxime.
you can't do that!
In 2020, MVL defeated Magnus Carlsen in the Speed Chess Championship semifinals, the only defeat in Carlsen's Speed Chess Championship career. After his match against Caruana, Carlsen looked ahead to playing MVL and said he was eager to exact a part of his revenge today. Carlsen got to work in Game 1, claiming a clean knight in-game win, but in Game 2, MVL applied big pressure with a queen against a rook and minor piece.
Oh gosh, where's that king going? Bishop A7 check, a huge threat.
Oh my gosh, it is a huge threat. And King H3 gets checkmated, Bishop A7 anyway.
Rook E3,
I think
right
it's a
to see a
prevent.
draw. Yeah, it is a draw. King F3 and King G2 back, Rook E3, Rook E2.
Don't go crazy if you're Maxime. Take the draw, and same goes for Magnus. What a game.
In Game 3, MVL went to work trying to convert an extra pawn.
3 seconds, Rook A6, he wants Rook A2 perhaps. He has that in his back pocket if he wants to trade rooks. He goes Rook A5 with the pin, Bishop E6.
Careful.
Oh, that's
Bishop
also
D3 and E4 was the threat. He's going to lose on
G4!
time.
But H2, you
No,
can't
knight
take back
F3.
into Rook G2.
Oh my gosh.
In his last SCC match, Carlsen achieved a historic win against Fabiano Caruana, going undefeated. Already in Game 3 in the semifinals, MVL had a victory, showing that Carlsen would have a tougher task ahead of him today. Carlsen showed his famous, flawless in-game technique in Game 4, pressing in an opposite-colored bishop in-game with equal pawns.
Major practical chances for black. Would you agree?
Oh, absolutely. King F5, King G4, it already looks scary. And now King F5 also does H4.
And he missed
Yes,
it.
H4.
He missed it.
It's winning on the
is
spot.
Basic. That is basic Betty right there. Now H3, and the pawn is unstoppable.
Yeah, King H4, the pawn remains defended. Don't go H2 because of Rook H8 check. That's the one thing.
F6 maybe. He's also playing for mate.
It's
And he's
checkmate.
going to
You can't
deliver
stop
it.
That is a Magnus masterclass.
MVL stole a pawn in Game 5, but Magnus applied counter pressure. Could MVL convert?
Okay, I buy the activity, but I also love an extra pawn. And it's a healthy pawn at that.
It is, and MVL could support that extra pawn with Rook B8 to D8. He needs to properly apportion the work for his rooks. He goes Rook C4.
Yeah, and if you take D takes C4, he goes Rook D6.
Oh,
now
but
there's
Rook
no
B1.
Knight C3.
Rook B1, he
Wait,
blundered
Rook
a
B1.
piece. He
Oh
blundered a
my
piece.
goodness.
And Knight D7, Rook takes B8 and Rook D8.
Oh my
No
gosh.
way,
Maxime.
you can't do that.
He simply blundered a full knight here. King G2. The one thing you don't want for white is to trade all of the pawns.
Make a
There's
move,
no way-
MVL.
No, he's done. He's like, I'm done with
He's
this game.
done.
A 98% accuracy game was smoothly drawn in the 6th battle, but Carlsen won again convincingly in Games 7 and 8 before a draw in the 9th closed out the 5+1 time control, with Carlsen leading 6.5 to 2.5. MVL was fighting toe-to-toe with Carlsen, but he had to capitalize on more of his chances. MVL played like the Leon Beast he is in the beginning of the 3+1 time control, pressing hard in an ultimately drawn game before pressuring an error out of Carlsen in Game 2.
What is happening?
Bishop
Oh,
F4 maybe was a more prudent way to stop Knight D6.
Yeah, or Bishop G5 was available. What?
Whoa, and he blundered a piece. He blundered a piece.
Magnus
took
Carlsen is
95.
human. He's human. He just blundered a piece. Maxime caused problems in the F-file and the diagonal. And look at Magnus sitting back in his chair. He does not look happy. And Maxime is simply up a piece. You better win this game if you're Maxime.
You have to win this. You are morally obligated to exploit the gifts that the world champion gives you, because he is not going to give you that many of them. He might give you one the entire match.
Could MVL convert the extra piece smoothly?
And white is just attacking. And not only is the bishop not helpful, Robert, it's also harmful. It's creating problems with the back rank. Magnus picks up
Oh
another
my
pawn,
gosh.
and he's going to restrain black's passer with 94. He might not even be that much worse here.
He might even win this game. Like, if his pawns can get
No,
rolling.
no. Don't you speak that language.
I'm just looking at
You're
this,
absolutely right.
He goes for a trade. An H pawn. The H pawn is the wrong pawn, Danya. So let's keep that in mind. If a rook trade, you need to trade the G6 pawn off the board. You make a draw.
What a call by Magnus. He sees it. He's going to go G4.
Yes.
Wait, he should have done it on the previous move. But it still might be a draw.
Yeah, I guess you can't make progress. The king just shuffles between F2 and G2, and the bishop
you
can't
sure?
go after the G3 pawn.
King D5, G4.
He's going to make it G4 now, and it's a draw.
Unreal. Unbelievable save. I mean, what can't this guy do?
But this is why I bring it up time and time again. Bishop and the H1 square do not match, that means it's a draw even though you're up a healthy 4 points of material. Wow, what a hold from Magnus Carlsen. He blunders a full piece, Danya. How do you beat this guy?
Not perturbed by this painful miss, MVL built up a winning position in the rook endgame in the third 3+1 game.
He's not finding the way.
Rook F6 and then A7. Rook
Rook
F6.
F6 first? No! And he can play
Oh, he got Rook
Rook
F6!
F6!
He had the intermezzo and he missed it, and now it's a draw. The king is shouldered. This is an easy draw for Magnus Carlsen, and Maxime Vachier-Lagrave should be beside himself because he just needs to blockade the pawn. We will show you this after the game concludes, but that is such a missed opportunity, and we keep saying it. He needs to put Magnus away.
And he is in disbelief, disgusted with the biggest miss of the match. Can you believe he choked that?
After 2 such brutal missed wins, it was MVL's turn to be on the worst side of things in the next 2 games, but these were also drawn. With opposite colored bishops in a sterile endgame, the 6th 3+1 game also appeared to be heading for a draw.
He's not going to be down a pawn. He grabs it, but MVL needs to play cautiously for a couple moves here to secure the draw. And I think he's doing just that.
Yeah, he defends the pawn on b5. Preemptively, does Rook F5
Rook
with Bishop
B7?
E1 to follow? Ooh.
I don't like H5. I thought MVL should have put his
Wait,
rook on C5.
What's he doing?
Rook
Just
F5. Oh, he gives
just
away
give
the
the
pawn for
pawn.
nothing. Rook C1, Rook C2, and Bishop E1 maybe, but
There's
that looks
also-
very artificial.
But Rook C1, Rook C2, there's Bishop A4. The Bishop on B4 is loose there. No, what is Maxime doing? Oh
He's
no,
totally
Bishop
lost
E8.
the thread.
Bishop
Rook
E8.
C7 or Bishop E8. Oh my gosh. Goodbye. One bang, bang,
Bishop
bang.
F7. Wait, Bishop
And the
F7
rook
is a
and the
mate.
bishop.
Yeah, Bishop F7,
Gosh.
Rook E6 is a mate threat.
Oh, that is a heartbreaker.
MVL was determined to attack, and now he went for a scary looking sack with knight to e6.
96.
Oh, wait. I don't believe in this because Black could even, first of all, Black can play Queen B6, and I feel like that knight is a paper tiger.
Yep.
Second of all, Black can play Queen B6, and third of all, Magnus played Queen B6.
Yep. No, that first, second, third does check out. Knight takes D5 is now kind of a threat.
What's the
removing
knight
that
doing on
pawn.
E6?
Or just F takes E6, right? There's no more knight hanging on D7.
Yeah, take the knight and go Queen E7. Or C4.
Oh,
Even better.
just, heartless. And he
Oh,
wins
goodbye.
another game. He is up by 6 points, Danya, and that was a dominant display right out of the gates.
A draw in the penultimate game preceded an excellent demonstration of strong play in the Italian game from MVL to finish off the 3+1 time control.
And now Black is collapsing. I think that's it.
Because Rook B6, remember Rook C2, something like King D6 now.
Move in. Yeah.
And that's that.
It's over.
And Magnus Carlsen loses on the board on time, but he still has a 5-point lead at this moment. Maxime Vachier-Lagrave leaves his chair. Danya, that was impressive by Maxime in this game.
MVL had improved a lot in the 3+1 time control, but Carlsen still won the segment 5-4, and he had stretched his lead to 5 games. After a pair of opening draws, MVL found a brilliant move that even elicited a smile from Carlsen.
Robert, playing on both sides of the board. All of these top GMs do that
Oh!
so well.
Knight
He blundered his
H3!
Queen, Knight H3. What a tactic!
That is
What a
amazing
tactic.
stuff from Maxime
Oh
Vachier-Lagrave.
my
And Magnus, I think he's
God.
laughing a little bit, but he's chuckling because he's impressed, not because he's happy.
And guess what? Maxime's going to win this game. He's going to have to win it fast. And it's suddenly a 4-point match. I mean, this is not over.
But Magnus did a pretty good job. He's not on the losing side of
He
games very
does.
often, but he prolonged it well into now 19 minutes, barely over 19 minutes remaining. That's checkmate, and Maxime down to 4. He has a chance.
That excellent rookie 4-shot was unfortunately the high watermark in bullet for MVL. Carlsen got back on form with a win and then a draw, and then he pulled away with 3 consecutive wins.
Knight on D4 moves. Knight D1 picks up the knight on E2 with mate. Get out of
Brutal.
here. Another
Brutal
win.
finale to this match.
At this point, MVL resigned the match with the score standing at 17-9 with 8 minutes remaining. While it's been uncommon, players are allowed to concede the match once the bullet clock is under 10 minutes. That means that Sunday we have the match that we have all been waiting for, Hikaru Nakamura and Magnus Carlsen, the only 2 players to have won a Speed Chess Championship, and they have not contested an SCC match since 2017. Don't miss the exciting culmination of the 2022 Speed Chess Championship.